Okay, guys, we're officially at lockdown day 21. 3 weeks today makes it official that this is starting to work, and we needed to see that trend. So, and that's what we'll talk about today. We'll talk about a few trends. We'll talk about who's getting it right, who's getting it wrong. First of all, let's start off with who's getting it wrong. Now, the news out today was that Spain, would you believe it, which is the second highest deaths worldwide, with 17,500. Spain have started to put restrictions on lockdowns, which means that they're starting to relax. And I really think that this is the wrong time for them to do it. I did talk the other day about how the UK has to be careful in terms of a second wave. We have to ensure that we get that data over a time that shows that things are flattening out to next to nothing. And then, because remember, that one person infects three, that three person infects nine, that nine infects 27, and it goes on. So it only takes one person to make that mistake, to go out if they think they don't have it. Incubation period is up to 12 days, so we won't really know. At the moment, we kind of know who has it and who doesn't right now because we've been locked in for 21 days. So you've gone past two 12 cycles. So if you didn't know you had it at least before, you definitely know whether you would have had it now. So because we know, we need to keep that running safe. We need to be aware that the people who have got it need treatment, need help, and the people who don't have it, stay locked in. Don't all of a sudden just run out there and say, hey, okay, it's party time, let's do it. Yeah? We can't afford to do that. They're talking about workers in the industries and construction will be able to return to work after a 2 week shutdown. But they're talking about all other sectors will remain closed outside of health and food and things like that. So, guys, I just don't know why they're pulling the trigger this early. It doesn't feel right. However, Dominic Raab, who's the foreign secretary who's taken the place of Boris Johnson right now, he is saying, no, the UK is not doing that, and UK has no plans right now to shut down. And it's good because, as I said, if you look at the UK's trends, we hit that 6,000 peak, and then for the last week, it's been 4,000, just under over 5,500, and then roughly floating out at that point of 5,500. So we're not really gaining at the moment. We're starting to drop. We're starting to see a little dip. It's not really rising anymore. So that's a good sign. If we can keep that going for another couple of weeks, then that really bodes good. And I did talk about that in terms of the furlough only lasting 3 months. So we've got 6 weeks to kick this thing in the butt. And by that account, by the 1st of June is when really everything runs out, and they're expecting to see most people back at work. What work is left to do, by the way, because we know this is hammering some industries. I think Spain's decision, considering their siesta and a lot of the restaurants and things like that, are just going to fall by the wayside because most restaurants are living month to month. They don't make a lot of money. And most of them, it's a local thing, yeah. They set this thing up for the locals to come together, get their meal, get their paella, get their beers and everything. And there's a certain level of that they're talking about in Italy at the moment. They're talking about in Italy, most people like to get out for a drink and get together at bars, and that is Italy. They're saying that's us, that's who we are. We like to get out, we like to eat, we like to express ourselves. And because they can't do that, these restaurants, if they close down, people in Italy are now saying it won't be Italy anymore. But right now, because Italy hasn't really made those decisions, let's just focus on Spain. Spain are not doing the right thing by this early call out, and only time will tell whether this is the right thing to do. I'm really concerned with what they're doing, considering their death rates are not really slowing to the point where, it's not like they're showing 100 or 200 deaths. It isn't even doing that right now. So for them to say tomorrow is a new day and we're going to open up some non-essential businesses, I think is a massive mistake. Let's move on. Back home, Tottenham have reversed their furlough decision for non-playing staff, and this comes off the back of their 550 employers said that they would take a 20% pay cut in order to protect the jobs. But it seems like that Spurs are listening to the fans, because this really came from fan pressure, and now they've completely said all staff will receive 100% pay in April and May. So that's the only congratulations you're going to get from me to Spurs right now because of the way things are being the noisy neighbours. I'm gonna leave it right there. I've been barbecuing today, so everything's just gone mad. Yeah, chicken, hamburgers, sausages. It's all good right now. So I'm gonna go and get my stomach filled with this lovely food, and I'll speak to you guys all later. Speak to you soon. Lock it down. Hashtag stay at home, people. Nice one.